GS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building. Shout out to all of y'all. Salute to everybody for bearing with me. These technical difficulties, Shout out to everybody. Y'all bear with me, visionaries. I will be getting everything where it needs to be. So just bear with me for now. But shout out to y'all, man. I miss y'all for sure. Shout out to y'all. Definitely got a good show coming up for you guys. I did have a video for you guys, but it's looking like I definitely won't be able to share the video. But I do have some great mods in the building. If y'all can find that Bobby Shmurda video, it'd be very much appreciated if y'all can share it. Shout out to y'all. See, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. We in the building. We in the building. Like I said, I'm still getting some things together as far as my background is concerned. Definitely no more project bricks, as y'all can see. But bear with me, family. Bear with me. Bear with me today. Shout out to everybody once again. Salute to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm going to give some shout outs to everybody. I don't want to miss no one. Shout out to the OG Mace in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to Just J. What's good, Cyber Boo? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to Jason 1010. Salute, fam. Peace. Peace to you, man. Samaj, what's good? Shout out to Mark McJoy in the building. Hey, what's up, Nadia? What's going on? Shout out to Ty's Crazy-ish in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate your support, love. And as y'all can see, make sure y'all join the podcast channel. The link is in the chat room. Make sure y'all click that link and join the podcast channel. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Hey, what's up, Mona? Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Third Eye Chronic in the building. Salute. What's up, Amanda? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Shout out to my man Bob in the building. Salute, fam. Oh, the video, Bobby Shmurda new single, Hoochie Daddy. Now, as y'all know, I did a show about, what was this? About a week ago, about a week or two ago, where I spoke on this epidemic going around with black men wearing these tight ass shorts. And it supposedly makes you a sex symbol somehow to look, to basically look feminine. So today, that's what we're going to talk about, because if y'all remember, I specifically did a show, and on that show, I spoke about how they was going to create a song about the shit. And it's just so happened that's Bobby Shmurda's new single, Hoochie Daddy. And one of my gracious mods, if y'all can find a link to the video, post the link in the chat room so y'all can go over there and view that nonsense, because it ties into today's show. The real gender war is waged on black men's masculinity. That is the real gender war. Now, we know every day here in the YouTube world, here on social media, you got a bunch of black men pushing this gender war shit. You got black women doing it too. They act like they at war with black men. Black men are acting like they at war with black women. And it's complete bullshit. Because if you understood what is really going on out here, They're using the gender war between black men and black women as a cover-up or throw-off from the real gender war. And the real gender war is to make our women masculine and to make the men effeminate. And it seems like we've forgotten that here on these YouTube streets, especially as black male content creators. It seemed like we forgot that shit. That the real gender war is waged on black men's masculinity. That's really what this shit is about. It has nothing to do with a family structure. It has nothing to do with none of that shit. That's a bunch of shit that you dudes are adding to your conversation to try to make your points valid. But that has nothing to do with the gender war. The gender war is specifically waged on black males' masculinity. They want black men to remain effeminate. They want more and more generations of effeminate black men because effeminate black men will not give birth to children. They will not want any children. So guess what that means? If black men are not producing or having any children, what does that equate to? That equates to black male extermination, which is what the system wants at the end of the day. Because the war is really waged on us, brothers. This is what I want y'all to understand. To wage this war on the men. War is never waged on women. Women and children are spoils of war. Men go to war with men. And out of those groups of men, whoever win, they take the women and all the children. And then they reteach those women and those children what they want them to learn. What's up, the square with a flare? I appreciate your support, man. I need you brothers to really understand this. Stop running around with all of this, oh, I'm red pill, I'm this, I'm that. All of that's a throw off. All of that shit is a throw off. And what it's doing is it's actually making a lot of black men effeminate, which is actually what they want. They want black men not wanting to have children. They want black men not wanting to be fathers. They want black men not wanting to be leaders and assume leadership positions. Because what does that do? That keep black women from having children. And what does that do? That keeps this world and society from looking and being and acting more black, which is something they have never found a way to stop. With all the years of white supremacy, with all of the shit that they've done to black men and black women, for some strange reason, the world is being more and more populated with me and you, with children who look like me and you. Hence why they pushed Roe versus Wade. Because they want to find a way to boost their numbers. Because trust and believe, these other groups of men, their women have low birth rates. Black women have never had a problem with having children, regardless of the abortion rates, the miscarriages, the accidental deaths, even the black women who are taking their children out. It is not slowing down the black birth rate. Third Eye Chronic says, I ain't gonna lie, I'm dealing with that as we speak, but I keep pushing every day to strive to maintain my masculine energy. You have to, man. And the way that you do it is you have to unplug from the commercial bullshit. So if you're listening to the manosphere, get away from it. Because the manosphere talking points, or these manosphere guys, they're effeminate. They're effeminate, and the narratives that they are pushing is effeminate. Hey, what's up, Bronze Dip? Good to see you, love. If y'all would like to see the Bobby Shmurda video, shout out to you, Amanda. I appreciate you posting that link. Go and check that video out and y'all can see exactly what I'm saying. And see, they're using, and I'm talking to you right now, Third Eye Chronic, because it sounds like you're a young brother. They're using guys like Bobby Shmurda to push this effeminate shit on you younger guys. Because see, once a person passes a certain age, especially men, we pretty much stuck in our ways. So they're trying to get you younger guys to jump on these bandwagons that they put out there to get you to question what it is to be masculine. See, once you begin to question what masculinity or manhood is, and you've been walking around this earth for a certain amount of time as a man, that is the beginning of the effeminization process. And this is why they use guys like Bobby Shmurda and guys like Little Wop, like these guys that you see on the thumbnail, fellas. They use these celebrities to promote the lifestyle. And the way that they promote the lifestyle is through the fashion world. They use these hip hop artists as billboards. So they're walking around promoting the effeminate lifestyle for black men. This is what Bobby Shmurda is doing. This is what a lot of these rappers do. A lot of the clothing that they're wearing, they're getting you used to, and they're getting you they're basically prepping you for what you're going to see in the next 15 years. It's going to be normal for you to see young black men with lipstick on. It's going to be normal for you to see the hoochie daddy shorts. And I'm telling y'all now, it's going to go from so-called straight men wearing these little tight ass shorts to so-called straight men wearing coochie cutters. Because really, as I said before, the hoochie daddy shorts come from the female coochie cutters. Back in the 90s, that's what females wore, poom poom shorts or coochie cutters. Why the fuck would they make a male version of poom poom shorts? And why would men assume to wear it thinking that they fly? Because guys like Bobby Shmurda and a litany of these other rappers who got a bunch of money, who could wear $200,000 worth of jewelry, they can then say, well, the men who are not wearing this is because they're broke. It's because they don't have the money to afford it. Oh, these shorts are this amount of money. They're getting you young guys to use money to excuse your effeminization. So this is why you got Bobby pumping his ass up in his video, talking about who's that hoochie daddy. Who's that hoochie daddy? No grown man should be operating this way. But he signed, he got millions of dollars in a check. And this is what's prompting you young dudes to say, yo, well, I'm not really like that. Plus I'm rich, so I don't care what people think. But as a man, you should never, broke, rich, whatever, you should never want to be seen in an effeminate light. But Hollywood is telling black men that you should question masculinity now. Because what is actually masculinity? And if you notice this, they're only promoting this shit to black men, because you'll never hear a white man question, well, what masculinity is, unless he's not masculine himself. You'll never hear a Latin man do it. You'll never hear an Asian man do it. You'll never hear an Arab man do it. But they are making this shit normal for black men to do, to question what it is to be masculine and what it is to be a black man. Because they want black men who, and remember, we are the epitome of masculinity. We are the direct example of what masculinity looks like, what masculinity sounds like, what masculinity does. When you hear any group of women describe what their dream masculine man looks like, they describe a black man. Tall, dark, and handsome is a black man all day. The pictures, the pictures of warriors and all, that's all us. That's black men. And what they want you younger men to do is they want you younger men to question those things and to say, well, is that really masculine? Is being a father a masculine trait? Is being a leader a masculine trait? This is what they want black men to do. This is what they want black men to do. What's up, Keisha? Shout out to Warren G. Salute, fam. What's up, Letitia? Good to see you, love. Never hungry again. What's good? What's up, M. Mills? What's up, Spiky? What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button. Share today's show. Hit the like button. But this is what they want black men to do. This is what they want black men to do. This is why, if you notice, they're using social media to have children raise themselves to where now, and I'm going to say in the next 30 to 50 years, if parents don't tighten up, you'll be obsolete as a parent. Because they'll have a bunch of shit online where your kids can go to be parented. And who do you think they're going to remove first? They're not going to remove mommy, because in the black community, who's usually the head of household? The woman. So they're not going to make mommy obsolete first. You know who they're going to make obsolete first? Daddy, the black man. How do we make him obsolete without telling their children that their dads are obsolete? Let's make their dads effeminate. Let's make these new young boys growing up, let's make them not even want to be dads. Let's make them not even want to be dads. What's up, Snuggles? What woman is not attracted to a man she cannot control? What? What's your point, Snuggles? What does this have to do with what we talk about today? What's up, Akuma? What's good? What I want you brothers to stop doing is, I want y'all to stop getting up here online and losing yourselves in this rhetoric, because it's not going to help at the end of the day. If they can make all men effeminate, do you think women will be naturally attracted to them, or will they naturally turn to other men that seem more masculine? They're going to turn to other men. Of course. Of course. They're going to turn to other men. Or some women are just not going to deal with men at all. Because there's some women who are like, you know, they only want to have children by certain men. So if they can't, a lot of women are just like, well, I'm not dealing with it, you know? And they're not trying to turn all men effeminate. They're trying to turn black men effeminate. They're trying to turn black men effeminate, because black men are the hardest men to effeminize. It's easier to effeminize other men because other men are willing to be effeminate for perks. Black men as a group, we're the hardest to effeminize because we don't give a fuck about money. We don't care about none of that. So basically what you were talking about is extermination from a psychological level. Correct. Correct. That's why today's show is the real gender war is waged on black males' masculinity. Exactly. And this is why I want black men who are on YouTube to stop talking about a gender war, because they're using the YouTube and the social media gender war between black men and black women as a ploy to effeminize black men. Akuma says, if I spend 3 hours in the gym working on my basketball game, you can't even finesse me. I'm happy there. I feel fulfilled within my own right already. No doubt. No doubt. What can you offer someone like that if they don't want it? If you don't want it, you don't want it. If you don't want it, you don't want it. But see, here's the problem. A lot of you guys claim y'all don't want some shit, but then y'all complain about some shit. See, that's the problem. You can't say, well, I'm good on my own. I'm good with where I'm at. But then you got complaints about what women do. You shouldn't have no complaints if you're good. There should be no complaints. There should be no participation in the gender war. You should have nothing to say about what women is doing if you're comfortable with how you're living your life without a woman. And Mill says, yup, that's the plan of the man, to divide and conquer. Of course. Of course. Of course. And just like in slavery, they got black men to go to war with black women instead of going to war with the slave master. And that's what we're doing right now with this gender war between black men and black women. Instead of understanding this whole game of effeminizing black men on a socioeconomic level, and they're using hip hop to do it. They're using hip hop to do it because they know that that's what compromised the minds of the youth, the music industry. So they're using guys like Bobby Shmurda, guys like Lil Wop. You know, Lil Wop, he just came out and admitted that he like trans women, and that he should still be seen as a man and respected as a masculine man, like in trans women. And see, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. You are not a masculine man if you like trans women. You're not. But they're trying to make this way of life for black men okay. Remember, this life, this DL lifestyle, this men liking men shit was always taboo in the black community. This was some shit that was always taboo. So you notice what the devil does, right? He makes things that are taboo normal. Normal. Just like he used the rappers to make anal sex normal. This is where you get the Eat a Booty gang and all of that shit. They're getting these guys to normalize shit that black men once didn't say that they've done. Even if they done it, it was taboo. Now it's normal. Now it's normal. Akuma says, I'm just saying I prioritize my health over a lot of things. Basketball helps with that. If I got my health, I'm good. Facts. Facts. Snuggle says, I appreciate you saying that the music has done something to create a certain mindset in the culture, because every time this conversation comes up, no one wants to blame the music. I mean, listen, I've said this time and time again, Snuggles, that a lot of my little bros and a lot of my little homies, they do music. And I always tell them, do music because you like music and because you like to be creative in that way. But understand the music business. Understand the music business and don't become a puppet in the music business. Snuggle says, I appreciate how knowledgeable you are about how important music is to any society. How long did it take you to realize that hip hop is killing its own? When did you come into this knowledge? I mean, as I get older, and I just continue to pay attention, I understand. And plus, I understand that a lot of hip hop started with Africa Bambaataa, correct? As they say, Africa Bambaataa is the father of hip hop. And we know that Africa Bambaataa is also a pederast. He likes to molest little boys. He's not a pedophile, he's a pederast. Pederasts are pedophiles who only molest boys. So with us knowing that the Zulu Nation, that this is what was going on back in the day in the origins of hip hop, we understand that has always been a down low type of thing in the music business. And I don't know if y'all realizing it, but as time go on, a lot of this stuff is starting to come out more and more. And a lot of guys are starting to come out more and more and tell what's been going on and who's been doing what and all of this stuff. So why wouldn't the so-called powers that be, right? Why wouldn't they use hip hop as the vehicle to not only uncover what they've been hiding for so many years, but to basically push the agenda further ahead? Because it's like the world already love hip hop. So, and we already got the world to accept the LGBTQ. So if we just mix it in with hip hop and get these guys like Little Nas X, 6ix9ine, Bobby Shmurda, Little Wop, if we get all of these guys to come out and to admit who they are and use their celebrity to promote it, then it becomes okay in the hood. Y'all got to remember who Bobby Shmurda is. Bobby Shmurda created the song Hot Nigga. Chewy, I'm a hot nigga. He started New York drill. See, y'all gotta understand what an agenda is and how far an agenda goes. What's up, Natasha? So I'm gonna read your comment too. What's up, Aaron Sapp? So Bobby Shmurda and Roddy Rebel, they are the leaders or the creators of New York City drill rap. So all of the New York City drill that you hear now, the originators of that sound was Bobby Shmurda and Roddy Rebel. So if they want to get rid of drill rap, right? Instead of them shutting it down and telling all the fans that it's no longer drill rap, what they're doing is they're trying to they're transmuting it. That's what they're doing. They're now using these drill rappers to promote the effeminate stuff, because this is how they're going to wash away the violent drill rap. It's going to be replaced with guys like 6ix9ine, guys like Little Wop. is going to be replaced with these young, effeminate dudes who are going to go into the pop realm. And the music is still going to have a touch of extremism and violence a little bit, but it's not going to have the gangster look. It's not going to have the guns in the videos. It's not going to have the drugs in the videos. It's going to be colorful. Look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. That is from Bobby Shmurda's new video. This is how they're trying to repackage drill rap. Your new drill rap leaders will be effeminate. They will be effeminate. Yes. You see Bobby with his tongue out? That's him. You see Lil Wop? You see Lil Wop with lipstick on? Talking about he like boys? This is going to be the replacement for drill rap. So why not kill two birds with one stone? If drill rap still promotes black male masculinity, black male rebellion, see, that's also what hip hop always represented also. That's what drill rap represents. Hip hop rebellion. It represents black male rebellion, excuse me. Black men rebelling against the system and finding a way to take care of themselves. You got to remember, the agenda is to always get black men in line. How do we get them in line? How about we use some shit that they loved and used their whole life? Why not use hip hop? What up, Kwafi? I like the video too, bro. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you putting me in the documentary, bro. I checked it out. It was dope. Appreciate you, Kwafi. Right, the shmoney dance. Cool Herc. A lot of those guys, Mace. A lot of those guys, you know, a lot of those guys, it's a big rumor about KRS-One, you know, swinging that way. You know, because it's, you know, and I got to shout out Hassan Campbell for this, but he's the one who basically blew Africa Bambaataa out the water and told Africa Bambaataa's secrets. You know, he had a lot of relations with a lot of your old school rappers. You know, that was part of, if you want to get in the game, you know, and it's still going on today. It's still going on today. What's good, Cartel? Hip hop, higher internal power, helping our people. That's what it was supposed to mean, Akuma. That's what it meant at one point. But now it's just a quick check, and these young brothers don't know what's going on. They don't know how this shit is working against them. Because see, now a lot of these guys, they're not even getting signed to labels. They think they're getting signed to labels. They really just getting signed to marketing companies. A lot of these guys don't have real record deals. They have management deals. My bad, Letitia. My bad. As I said in the beginning, Letitia, you know, I did some relocating, so I'm still trying to get everything together. So y'all bear with me. If you gotta catch the replay, honey. But my bad. You know, I definitely couldn't keep this going another day, you know, because I wanted to talk about this shit yesterday. Yup, Public Enemy, KRS-One. Yeah, a lot of those guys, man. A lot of those guys. Amanda says, what we must realize is that the evil one was once the minister of music, before getting kicked out of the righteous place. His agenda is to destroy people through music once they take the oath. Facts. That's a fact, Amanda. I'll take a distribution deal. That's about it. You don't even want to take that because, and if you're gonna take that, Akuma, you want to definitely negotiate that, and you definitely want to have your own. You want to have your own network of how you sell your music, because a lot of guys say, "Yo, I want to take a distribution deal," but you got to understand what getting a distribution deal is about. You're not going to get a distribution deal if you're not already selling, hundreds of thousands of records on your own. You have to be doing that on your own. That's how Master P got a distribution deal. He got a distribution deal because he had a record store in New Orleans, and he was also selling records out the trunk. So when you go and platinum on your own, and you actually, these are real numbers. P was putting up real numbers because he owned all his music. He owned all his masters. He owned all of his paperwork. He owned everything. So he was really selling and making that money. So when you go into these distribution labels like a Rock Nation, like an Empire, like a Asylum or E1 that they call it now. What's good, Joe Farrow? Salute, fam. You got to show these guys real numbers. You can't just say, yo, I got 2 artists that's doing 1 million streams. You're not going to get a distribution deal like that. And you also got to understand too, a distribution deal is, you got 2 different types. See, now you can get a distribution deal and just have all your music getting spinned on Spotify and all the big platforms, and you can have a distribution deal that way. Or you can actually still sell real records and get a real distribution deal. A lot of the deals dudes are getting now is streaming deals, because they're not actually selling records. Streaming is not selling records, y'all. I want y'all to understand that. Streaming music is not like selling actual records. So the guys who really have distribution deals is because they're putting up real numbers. Don't forget that. So when Cash Money had a distribution deal, they was putting up real numbers. Real numbers. That's when you're making these labels billions of dollars. Cash Money has made Universal about $1 trillion. Them black men, Baby and Slim, made those white boys build trillions. Puffy has made Sony trillions. Jay-Z has made Universal trillions of dollars. Okay? Trillions. If Jay-Z's worth $1 billion, imagine how much work he sold. I want y'all to understand that. I'm gonna stop giving out game at this point. Yeah, those 360 deals. Yep. And to tie this back into the topic, with these 360 deals, these labels have certain companies, certain fashion companies, and certain people connected. So if I have an artist, right, that's signed to my management company, and I have a management deal through Universal, and Universal has a clothing contract, with with apple bottoms or some shit, right? What that means is all the artists who's attached will get that clothing. A lot of the promotion, like the modeling shit, it's going to be connected to these people. So this is why these guys look the way they look in these videos. It's because they already have a stylist, and the stylist already is directed to make you look the way they want you to look, because this look is what's going to get the labels back their money. See? So Bobby has to promote this effeminate shit because he's in the hole a couple of $1 million. So he got to wear what the label tell him to wear. Well, what his manager tells him to wear, his manager listens to the label, because that's how they got the bag. So I need you young brothers to understand how deep this shit goes, how deep the rabbit hole goes. It's not that a lot of these guys are willingly doing it. They're doing it because they're in a contract. They have to do it. They have to. Perfectly Imperfect says, got to do reimbursements for the advance. Of course. Exactly. Letitia says, did you see the interview Kevin Hart did with Jay-Z? I loved it. Nah, I got to watch it. I have to watch it. Just observing what to avoid. Yes. Yes. But you have to understand in this business, it's all connected. So it's only so much you can avoid, Akuma. It's only so much you can avoid. And you have to remember, if you're going to use your money, right, and you're going to try to pay for connections and networking and all of that, there's a glass ceiling. It's a glass ceiling. It's either you get down or lay down, Akuma. It's no more that I'm gonna do business on my own shit. They cut that way of doing business out. The last guys to do business like that was guys like Jay-Z, Master P, you know, those guys. There's no more of that. It's either you get down or lay down. Joe Farrow says, willing or otherwise, they compromise themselves in what ways we can only imagine. Of course, man. You see it right here on the thumbnail, man. This is what these young dudes are doing. Putting on lipstick, you know. You got Saucy Santana running around here, you know, influencing other dudes. No Frank Lucas, cut the middleman out. Oh yeah, the middleman been cut out in the industry. The middleman been cut out in the industry. David Owens was good. He said that's how skinny jeans came out. Lil Wayne stylist. Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up, David Owens. They made skinny jeans popular back in 07. I remember when skinny jeans first came out. That's when they was influencing dudes in the hood to wear that European fashion. Had dudes wearing Rockin' Republic and all that type of shit. Them Euro cut jeans. That's them jeans that show your butt crack. It's baggy where the butt at, but tight where the legs are. That Amiri fashion. That's all European cut shit. Some shit for that black men ain't supposed to be wearing, because most black men are not shaped. We're not European men, so we're not shaped like those men. So their clothes are really not designed for us. That's why these dudes, you see a lot of black dudes, no matter how tight they pants be, you still see their ass crack, because that's how the jeans are cut. Because a lot of those European guys, when you go to those countries, they walk around with their ass crack showing because they don't wear drawers. They don't wear drawers, and a lot of those guys, they swing that way. So that's why you see that. And they made that shit popular in the hood. That European fashion. What's up, Quita? So y'all gotta understand how they used, how they used hip hop, man. They used these guys. But you can't really blame them because they're in a contract. They're in a contract. They doing business. They're doing business. That's all they doing. They doing business, man. Aaron Sapp says, Dipset stylists too. They admitted women were their stylists and the clothes were women clothes and belts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, BB Simon, all that rock star lifestyle, all that rock star clothing shit. That's all effeminate. That's all effeminate. If just look at the guys who originated the fashion, the rock and roll dudes, all them rock and roll dudes are effeminate. A lot of those guys are effeminate. Snuggle says, can you explain to me how the men in your culture were mentally tricked into wearing stuff that according to you, all, if not comfortable naturally for them? Well, I just mentioned that a lot of these guys they were mentally tricked through the industry, through the hip hop industry. The rappers influence the dudes in the hood. So if Jim Jones made it cool to wear tight jeans with chains connected to their belts, then that's what dudes are gonna wear. Because in the hood, Jim Jones is a success. Jewels is a success. Cameron is a success. Bobby Shmurda is a success. You see? So just like they can use these guys to promote gangbanging and to spin each other block and kill each other's ops, they can do the same thing with telling us what to wear. Why you think all these young dudes wearing ski masks now? Because it was promoted through the music, through drill rap. So it's nothing for them to get us to wear tight clothes. And I'm a millennial, so I am the generation that was affected by skinny jeans. Snuggle says, isn't that the same concept as someone tricking you into becoming attracted to someone that you naturally are not attracted to by nature? How does that happen? How do you trick nature? As I said before, by first getting you to question it. If society can get black men to question what it is to be masculine, and then every day he's bombarded with effeminate shit on TV, would he walk around and see other guys doing? Would he hear from women and what they say they like? Because guys got to be in touch with their feelings and all of that type of shit. With all of that going on, Snuggles, it could easily get a guy to do this. Because nowadays, being a masculine man is toxic. Why do you think they created the whole toxic masculinity shit? I spoke about this a few years ago on my platform. You might need to check those streams out, Snuggles, where I spoke on the dangers of them creating this narrative about black men being toxic, our masculinity being toxic. And I told brothers that, and I told black women who was running around promoting that bullshit, that they were going to see black men not willing to be masculine at all anymore. Because me being a man is not enough. And then when I show you I'm a man, it's something wrong with that. So now you're gonna have a bunch of men just saying fuck it. And this is what you have now. This is what you're starting to see now. So our natures can be tricked due to an environmental and a cultural change, Snuggles. And then let's not forget, we can't forget the biological shit with all of the food, with all our food being pumped with hormones and estrogen and all of that shit. Let's not even forget that. What's good, Lemon Pepper? Hills in. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate the super chat. Cartel says black men need to start clapping back and taking a stand against this gender war nonsense. Exactly. Exactly. Why you think I've been bombing on the dudes who've been pushing the gender war on YouTube? Because all you're doing is continuing to push the ploy. while we should be speaking on shit like this. Got grown ass men making hoochie songs. You got grown men still saying that they're masculine men and there's nothing wrong with them, even though they like trans women. This is the type of shit we should be pushing back against. Not sitting around talking about, well, if black women would just start cooperating. Yeah, okay. Okay. They wear pink, yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing pink, though, perfectly imperfect. You know that. Men been wearing pink. Akuma says Jim Jones only made balling cool to me, to be honest, along with a few other things. No doubt. What's up, Zaire? Good to see you. Not sure how Joel's lost his teeth, but I can't follow that path. Jim Jones is a dust pirate. Really perfectly imperfect. He's a dust pirate. Cartel says, the problem with our black people as a whole is we lack self-love and respect, and we seek attention. Exactly. Exactly. And a lot of black men don't love themselves as being men first. You know, a lot of us black men, we only love what the fuck we could do. We don't love ourselves enough. And this is why a lot of guys are slipping through the cracks, and a lot of guys are becoming effeminate, and they're taking on lifestyles that they never thought that they'll be doing, because the lack of love, man. The lack of love and respect that black men have for each other and that they have for themselves individually. What's up, Sexy Red? What's going on? Shout out to my man Bob. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate the super chat. Bob says, I agree with what you were saying, but we need to also be aware of the nature of most of these women out here. Of course we do. Of course we do. But that's not making us effeminate. That's not making us effeminate. It's not. It's not making it's not making grown men say, well, you know, I like trans women now. You know, we can't put that on them. That's a lot of dudes falling through the cracks, man, not understanding what's going on out here and doing anything for a bag. Black men are so tired of being broke and fucked up that a lot of dudes are they taking a wrong path in life. But this is what's going on. And this is what we need to be speaking on as black men. Cartel says, but the problem is Lucifer was the head of music in heaven. And when he got cast down from heaven, he perverted the music. Yeah, somebody spoke about that earlier, Cartel. Letitia says in the 90s, we made fun of white boys with them pants and still do. Right. Right. But a lot of black women started accepting that. They started accepting that style from black men too. And that's what kept that's what make a lot of these dudes think that shit is cool, and it's not. Akuma says, my mom would have killed somebody if they touched me in any wild way. I know that much as I got. No doubt. No doubt. Exactly. Ain't enough alcohol in the world. That's my point. That's my point. A lot of guys are doing it for money. Real talk. What's up, Q's Talk? What's going on? As y'all know, I just came from LA. And just driving through Skid Row and able to see what's going on out there, man. The shit made me cry. Seeing black men like that, man. And a lot of those guys out there, were out there dressed up like women, man. A lot of guys, There's a lot of homeless black men who are prostituting themselves as women, man. A lot of you not. And we didn't just see it in LA. It was in Vegas. It's going crazy in New York City. You know, a lot of brothers, man, that's because they feel like they don't got no other way. And this is why I promote agency here on my channel, man. As you know, Joe Farrell, as all y'all brothers know, this is why. A lot of brothers out here selling ass, man. And I'm not even being funny. A lot of brothers out here selling ass because they're poor, because they have nothing to eat. They have no medical insurance. They have no family. They have no agency, man. They have no agency. This is what black men need to be focused on. All this other shit is irrelevant. All this other shit is irrelevant, man. I'm telling y'all, I saw it for myself. I saw it for myself. There's more black men on Skid Row than anybody. Than anybody. Skid Row. Right, gay for pay. Exactly, perfectly imperfect. Because they got to eat. See, you got all these dudes that'll get up here in the manosphere and talk about how all these black women are on OnlyFans. Oh, these black women hoeing. They selling their bodies to feed their kids. But they not talking about these homeless black men who are gay for pay. They're not talking about that, though. You notice they conveniently skipped that point. How you got all these homeless black men out here on drugs. How you think monkeypox is spreading? I'm going to do a whole separate show on that. The monkeypox epidemic comes from gay sex. Comes from down low men. This is where it's coming from. Down low men. Who have the biggest rate of down low men? Black men. Black men. So y'all running around here talking about some shit that's irrelevant. We need to be talking about the real war that's being waged on black men. The biological warfare. The cultural warfare. The environmental warfare. Y'all forgot about that. You forgot about that. COVID didn't kill enough niggas. So now they got monkeypox. COVID didn't kill enough black men, right? COVID didn't do it. COVID killed black men from the ages of 40 to 70. They need some more young niggas dying. Drill rap is not killing enough young black men. So let's create a biological tool of warfare. Monkeypox. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's a game. Sitting up here talking about black men going to war with black women. I'll never be at war with black women. If I got to go to war with black women, I'll leave them the fuck alone before I do that. I don't go to war with women. Men don't go to war with women. Men go to war with men. What's good, Grim Reaper? Jax, what's up, Jax? Snuggle says, why aren't a lot more black men such as yourself talking about this subject that plagues black men? Or do you think it is because of fear of not knowing what to do? A lot more people don't talk about it. No, it's not the fear of not knowing what to do. It's the fear of not getting paid, Snuggles. To sit here and to tell black men the truth is not popular, and it is not pro CashApp. You know, brothers will sit here and listen to this shit for free all day, but then they'll go and listen to black men talk about how we need to wage war on black women, and they'll pay for that. That's what it is, Snuggles. See, I don't make donation friendly content. I tell the truth. I really speak on what's really going on out here. So the donations I get are from people who are donating from their heart. and people who are donating because they want to hear this type of information. Not no motherfuckers who just talking to get you riled up so you can get hype enough to hit the super chat or to hit the cash app. So this is why you don't hear a lot of this, Snuggles. Because this is not algorithm friendly. You see, this is not going to scratch the asses of, you know, insecure black men. See, that's what I'm not here to do. I'm not here to scratch the asses of insecure black men, because that's how you get their money. See, I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to rob black men. I'm not here to do that. So that's why you're not going to hear a lot of this. You're going to hear it from guys like me. You're going to hear it from guys like my brother, the Book of Ronan. You're going to hear it from certain guys. You're going to hear it from the underrated darkness. You're going to hear it from certain guys. Snuggle says, do you think monkeypox was just one set of people, or is it to just help further what Bill Gates talks about and where he gets the bulk of his money from? Hey, I think it's both. I think it's both. I just know at the end of the day, they're willing to do anything to get the majority of black men off the fucking planet. I know that. I know that. And with the fall of America going on, and has been going on, I'm going to say within the past 10 years, and within me being online the past 6 years, I've been speaking on the fall of this American system, which y'all act like y'all conveniently forgot. Go and get the book, The Fall of America. Go and get the book by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, The Fall of America. America will fall, just like they speak about it in the Bible. They speak about it in Revelations. They speak about it it's a whole book, The Fall of America. This is what we're experiencing. This is why you're getting COVID coming out of nowhere, monkeypox, all these plagues. This is the fall of America. And if America's going to fall, we're going to take niggas with us. That's what they're going to do. If we're going to fall and lose our reign, we're going to make sure as much niggas are gone as possible. Because what they don't want is for when it's time for America to be rebuilt somewhere else, that some niggas run some shit. That's what they're afraid of. So we're going to make black men as effeminate. We're going to kill them. We're going to send them to jail. We're going to give them monkeypox. We're going to give them COVID. We're going to make sure that when this shit is rebuilt, it ain't going to be no masculine black men around. It ain't going to be no masculine black men around, because when there's masculine black men around, guess what happens? Women start getting pregnant. Kids start popping up. Kids start popping up. And guess what that means? That gives you niggas another chance to run the new world when the new world comes along. And this is what they don't want. So we have to make as much black men effeminate as possible. And the ones who are masculine, keep them disenfranchised, keep them broke, keep them in jail, keep them hustling in the street, and give them the less and less chance of being successful. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. And even if we got to pay these rappers, we'll pay all these rappers millions of dollars to promote this shit. What's up, Nisha? Good afternoon to you. Lemon Pepper says, yo, Sheep, do you think about that talking point when the manosphere dudes say the father being absent in the home is why men are feminine, or do you agree with that rhetoric? That's not always true. That's not always true. That's not always true. And the reason why I don't agree with it wholeheartedly is because a lot of men in the manosphere grew up without fathers. So can I turn around and say that they effeminate? No. That's not always true. Can the effeminization process start because there's no man in the house? Yes. But can we say that that's the total reason why? No. Because the majority of the men in the manosphere grew up without men in the house and grew up without fathers. So in turn, that will make a lot of them feminine, right? And they'll disagree with that. So we can't totally say that means that wholeheartedly. King Rob was good. He said Eric Bell talk about the gender war being manufactured. Facts. Shout out to Eric Bell. I support that brother. John Tate McCants was good. He said, what up, family? Cartel and Letitia are 100% right. Not just that, but humbling ourselves as black men is important when it comes to making money and being successful. Yes, not just humbling yourself, but understanding who you are as a black man. It's not about you humbling yourself or quieting yourself down, John Tate. It's about understanding who you are as a black man. Knowledge yourself. Knowledge yourself. Like they say in the Bible, what is it to gain the world and lose knowledge of self? Lose the knowledge of who you are. John Tate McCann say can't be broke and prideful at the same time. Who said that? See, y'all gotta stop repeating silly shit that y'all hear people say that never quantify what they said. So you gotta have money to have pride. That's what you're saying. Then you already got low self-esteem. If you got to have money in your pocket to have pride in yourself as a man, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. And that means you live your life as a trick. Because when you get money, you pay for you to feel good about yourself. You go around and you pay everybody to make you feel good. That's not living a sound life. That's not having good mental health. You're supposed to have pride and respect and love for yourself no matter what you got in your pocket. You a man first. Your masculinity holds currency first, John Tate. Always remember that. You a black man. You could go outside and make money any goddamn day. You could make money doing anything. If you ain't got no pride in yourself, you probably won't even go out and try to make no money because you ain't going to believe in yourself. You're going to believe you're going to have to go and work for somebody else. Because you ain't got no pride. And then that's how you compromise your respect and your manhood for money. Because you just said you can't be prideful and broke. So basically, what the flip side to that is I'll do anything for money so I can be proud of myself. That's the flip side to that. And that's what we got to be careful with. And that's what I want you young brothers to be careful with, because y'all are falling into the trap. Oh, I can't be prideful and broke. Okay, so I'm going to go sign this 360 deal. And I'm going to have to do multiple photo shoots wearing poom poom shorts. And I gotta color my toenails purple. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to do the photo shoot. Why? Because you're broke and you don't have no pride. And you always had in your mind that you can't be prideful and broke. So you go dress up like a little tulip and show those millionaire people that how much you think of yourself just for a check. So the next time they'll have a new gig for you. Hey, we want you to go in that room and take all your clothes off. Remember, because you're broke. And you can't be prideful and broke, right? Can't do that. You can't do that, right? Don't be ashamed to show all of these, these queer guys your body. What are you ashamed of? You're broke. This is what I want you guys to get away from. This is what I want you guys to get away from. Stop regurgitating shit you hear on social media. If you hear some shit and you think it sound good, think about it. Say it to yourself a few times before you say it out your mouth to other people. and listen to how it sounds before you say it. You can't be broke and have pride. Listen to that. Listen to that. So I shouldn't wash my ass. I shouldn't brush my teeth. I shouldn't change my clothes. I shouldn't do none of that every day because I'm broke. I shouldn't care about how I look. I shouldn't even brush my goddamn hair because I ain't got no money in my pocket. When guess what? Pride can actually get you some money. Still having pride in yourself, you get your ass up every day and get at the money. See? We want you young fellas to stop falling into these traps, man. That's what we want. Q's Talk says, I'm a street musician and I get the bag every day. See? See? Akuma says, tell a lion it shouldn't have pride because it's broke. Right. Raphael says, going in, destroying that trope. Of course, man. That's what we do over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. We allow the sheep to stay asleep. Natasha Adams says, not just pride, I think as a people, we also lack a sense of personal and collective purpose, and we rarely think about legacy. Right. The key word you just said, Natasha, was purpose. That's the key word, purpose. Your purpose comes from an internal ambition that you have. John Tate McCant says, facts. I was just speaking on a lot of black men that I know from older men and men in my generation. Yes, I know, John Tate. I know that's where you got it from, bro. That's why I was telling you, now you a grown man, you know, start saying that shit out loud and so you can hear it for yourself, my brother. Because we all was raised like that. That's passed down information, that hearsay shit. And do you know when you young and your older brothers and your uncles and your father, they always got cool little sayings and shit. And when you young, you like, oh, that shit sound cool. But you never know what the shit mean. Once you become a grown man, you got to start deciphering that shit for yourself, Because you don't want to be out here lost. And then you don't want to be out here thinking you teaching something correct and you teaching something incorrect. Because you just repeating what you think sound cool, but you don't even know what that shit mean. What's up, Cynthia Lee? She said the Gram gave half these dudes a point of view and a brain. Damn shame. Think for yourself. Facts. Q's Talk says, I almost missed out on my wife thinking I needed money. Wow. Hold up. We gotta drop a bomb for that one, Q's Talk. I had to drop a bomb for that one. Let me read that again. Q's Talk says, I almost missed out on my wife thinking I need money. Wow. Shout out to Q's Talk. Yes, before price, there's a haughty fall. Yes. Yep, sure is. And this is what I want brothers to understand on today's show, because I'm getting ready to wrap it up. The real gender war is waged on your masculinity. It has nothing to do with, oh, well, who gonna listen to who and who's gonna do it. It has nothing to do with that. They're using that for y'all to stay bombarded with bullshit so you don't pay attention to this. You don't pay attention to this. You don't pay attention to the monkeypox epidemic. See, because guess who's included in all of that, fellas? Black men. Now we have a new health condition that's added to what black men are already dying from. We already dying from cancer, heart attacks, diabetes, all of that. We're already on the last. We're already last on the totem pole when it comes to health compared to any other men. Now we got to worry about monkeypox. On top of still getting killed by the police, on top of still getting killed by our so-called ops. On top of all of this, man, we still have to fight this psychological warfare every day. This is why I tell y'all, man, the motto of this channel is what? We are our own agency, black men. We are our own agency, not nobody else. It's us. And it's time for us to really, really start understanding this shit. Because if we don't, the brothers who understand it, if we don't come together and do some shit, it's going to be it's going to be a lot more casualties. And this is what we're trying to stop. Because part of protection from a man is prevention. And something my father always told me was, son, an ounce of prevention beats a pound of cure. You want to prevent a problem before having to fully come and solve the shit. So that's what we're doing here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share today's show. If you enjoyed today's show, you can donate to the show. Just simply hit the super chat. Shout out to everyone who has super chatted, who has donated to today's show. It is very much appreciated. Shout out to everybody in the building. Grim Reaper says, the dollar is the strongest form of white supremacy. That's why it's called the root of evil. The love of it. Yes, facts, Grim Reaper. The love of that dollar is the root of all evil. It's the love of money. It's not money. Money is nothing but a tool. But if you abuse anything, it's going to work against you. So shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all. We will be back here tomorrow, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I appreciate you, OG Mace. Shout out to you, Cyberboo. Much love. I appreciate your support. Shout out to all the mods. I appreciate y'all for coming through and holding down the Chizat, as always. Much love. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. Let's understand the real gender war. Let's stop being fooled by this bullshit, fellas. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.